Hey folks, Gary here, doing a daily Bible reading, and I was thinking, it might be good to look at the life of Lazarus. Actually, more specifically, that section of life where he's not alive and Jesus raises him from the dead. And I think that could be pretty applicable to our lives. And so, starting with John 11, verses 1 to 4, we read the beginning of the story, and it says, "Now a certain man was ill." That's, of course, Lazarus, and he's very ill. Lazarus of Bethany, the village of Mary and her sister Martha. It was Mary who anointed the Lord with ointment and wiped his feet with her hair, whose brother Lazarus was ill. So the sisters sent to him, saying, "Lord, he whom you love is ill." But when Jesus heard it, he said, "This illness does not lead to death. It is for the glory of God, so that the Son of God may be glorified through it." So how does this apply to our lives? Well, stuff comes into our lives all the time that's really, really serious. Lazarus doesn't just have a cold. This is serious stuff. And when serious stuff happens, we can get really excited about that. We can get really stressed about what's happening. And Jesus says, this is going to be okay. It's going to be all right. Why? Because God's going to be glorified through it. God has a plan when it comes to this illness. And here's the thing, God's got a plan for you. God's got a plan for you in your life when you're going through really, really hard times. He's got a plan. He's got a plan where God's going to be glorified and you're going to see God's hand, and it's going to be amazing. Now, it might not turn out the way you're thinking it's going to turn out, but it's going to turn out the way God has ordained it to turn out. And we can trust that. We can trust God when we go through hard stuff like this. So this is verses 1 to 4. And it gets even better, so stay tuned.